The 2026 Honda Passport has certainly undergone an eye-catching transformation, sporting a more muscular and rugged look that's bound to turn heads among those seeking a standard two-row midsize SUV. While the redesigned model offers plenty to get excited about, especially with the new Trail Sport trim that's been made over with even more off-road capabilities, there's one major aspect that remains unchanged from the previous generation: the SOSO fuel economy. Despite the updates and tweaks under the hood, including a bit more power, the Passport's fuel efficiency numbers remain largely the same as before, particularly when it comes to the off-road Trail Sport variant, which, unsurprisingly, suffers a slight dip in miles per gallon. Due to its more rugged features, the heart of the 2026 Passport remains the same 3.5-liter V6 engine, which continues to be paired with all-wheel drive and a 10-speed automatic transmission. Even with some improvements in the overall design, this engine still struggles to exceed modest fuel efficiency standards. For the standard Passport, fuel economy sits at a relatively unremarkable 19 miles per gallon in the city, 25 miles per gallon on the highway, and 21 miles per gallon combined. With an 18.5-gallon fuel tank, the Passport's range is roughly estimated to be around 389 miles on a full tank, assuming combined EPA estimates hold up. Interestingly, the Passport's three-row sibling, the Honda Pilot, with its added size and weight, also posts the same miles per gallon figures, which seems somewhat surprising given the Pilot's larger dimensions. When it comes to the Trail Sport version, which is specifically built to tackle tougher terrain, the impact on fuel economy isn't as significant as you might imagine. The 2026 Passport Trail Sport drops only 1 mile per gallon in the city and combined, and its highway fuel economy takes a slightly larger hit, dropping by 2 miles per gallon. Specifically, the Trail Sport now records 18 miles per gallon city, 23 miles per gallon highway, and 20 miles per gallon combined. This translates to a range of about 370 miles on a full tank, with a loss of around 18.5 miles per tank compared to the standard model. The difference can be attributed to the Trail Sport's larger, more rugged tires, its additional trail armor, and other design modifications, such as a higher ride height and increased clearance for off-road prowess. These features, while enhancing its ability to go off the beaten path, also introduce more aerodynamic drag and weight, slightly reducing fuel efficiency. In the context of other mid-size SUVs, the Passport's fuel economy performance isn't terribly off the mark. Rivals like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, which also uses a V6 engine in its gas-only configurations, sit in the same general ballpark, particularly if you exclude the 4xe plug-in hybrid variant. Another domestic competitor, the Chevrolet Blazer AWD, also offers a V6 engine and a conventional 9-speed automatic transmission, and its fuel economy figures are strikingly similar to those of the Passport. Interestingly, the Blazer's larger fuel tank allows it to achieve a greater range of about 456 miles, which is notably longer than the Passport's range, despite having similar efficiency numbers. On the other hand, the Toyota 4Runner, which is another off-road-oriented SUV, tends to match the Passport's fuel economy numbers but relies on more torque-heavy turbocharged 4-cylinder engines rather than a V6. If you're looking for slightly better fuel economy figures, the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe offers a more efficient alternative thanks to its smaller turbocharged engine and the option for front-wheel drive. And, of course, the Subaru Outback, which is often considered a crossover station wagon rather than a true SUV, delivers solid fuel economy numbers while still offering decent off-road capability. Could Honda have improved the Passport's fuel efficiency? Probably, especially if they'd considered incorporating a hybrid powertrain or opting for a smaller engine. Given the growing trend towards hybrid and even electric options, the Passport's fuel economy seems somewhat dated compared to some newer competitors that offer more efficient alternatives. However, it's clear that Honda is positioning the Passport as a lifestyle vehicle, one that's meant to appeal to buyers who are likely to cross-shop it with vehicles like the Toyota 4Runner or even mid-size pickup trucks. In this context, the Passport's fuel economy isn't necessarily a deal-breaker compared to those off-road-focused rivals. Its miles per gallon figures hold up reasonably well. Ultimately, The 2026 Honda Passport is a compelling option in the midsize SUV segment with a more aggressive and stylish design along with an off-road ready trail sport version. While its fuel efficiency may not be best in class, especially when compared to more modern, hybridized options, it still strikes a solid balance for those who prioritize a vehicle that can handle both urban commutes and weekend adventures. For buyers who plan to use their Passport as a daily driver but also want the flexibility to venture off-road, the current fuel economy numbers may feel like a reasonable trade-off. With the rise of hybrid powertrains and the growing emphasis on fuel efficiency in the auto industry, there's always the possibility that Honda might explore more fuel-efficient options for the Passport in the future. But for now, it remains a solid choice for those looking for a rugged, dependable SUV that doesn't compromise on style or performance, even if it could benefit from a bit more efficiency under the hood.